You've always been very amazing at teaching our children to pay attention to their hearts. As long as I can remember, and I guess for those who don't know us, well, we have a lot of children.
We do.
And we have them at all different stages. So our
do.
oldest is 26,
Our oldest
youngest
is 26, our youngest is
is 8.
and then we have 3 grandbabies, and the youngest is just newborn.
Just 5 months.
Yep.
So all different stages in between.
Yes.
So, and right from the beginning, right from when Carson was born and you had conversations with them regularly about paying attention to their hearts. How's your heart? That's
absolutely.
Why?
Well, the Bible says in Proverbs 4:23, it says, above all else, guard your heart, for everything you do flows from it. And so I think when the Bible, that is our guiding principles, says above everything else you do, you want to pay attention to that.
Yeah.
And so I always wanted our children to understand that their heart is where their emotions come from, where their spiritual energy comes from, really, and they need to be able to understand that that's the most important. Their behaviors will flow from that, and if you can look at if you can get them to just look inward and figure out what's going on in their heart, what is coming out of that, and the things that they're doing in their life, their behaviors are ultimately something that they have to kind of pull back and pull on that thread and say, what's happening in my heart? And so I always ask, how's your heart? And
Even still, to the adult children too. How's your heart?
Yeah, and just I want to know. I want to know how I can support. I want to know how we can still parent our little ones in that way, and what they're going through. And I want them to know that we care so much about that and what's going on with them, rather than not necessarily just the outcomes, the behaviors and stuff.
So good.
So we ask, how's their heart? And we want to get them thinking again, like in their inward life, and just we ask, did anyone hurt your feelings today? And are you mad at anybody? Are you worried about anything? Did anybody break a promise to you today? And is there anything you want to tell me but you're not sure how? And those questions are again, they're great for them to get introspective, but it's also great for them to understand that we care about those things. And so I think going through those things, the questions that you most often ask our children, they communicate what's most important to us and what we want to be most important to them as they grow up, as they kind of navigate their own world without us asking that every day. And so we want them to understand how important that is. Mm-hmm. And we tend to gravitate toward behavior questions and how did your test go? How was your friend today, or whatever. And those are great questions. Those are great things
Did you brush your teeth?
Did you brush your teeth? Did you brush your teeth?
Did you brush your teeth?
Did you brush your teeth?
Did you clean your room?
Did you also?
Did you clean your room?
Did you brush your teeth?
Did you brush your teeth?
I mean, yeah.
Yeah.
So those things are also obviously important, but the most important thing is guard your heart. Check your heart. Yeah.
Which is awesome, because that is part of dedicating our children to God, is because God says above all else, pay attention to your heart, what's going on inside, and that's going to affect what's going on outside. Right. But that's part of dedicating and teaching our children to dedicate themselves to God and be paying attention to what's going on inside.